The Canon R6 lineup now has three different cameras: the Canon R6, the Mark II, and the Mark III. I'm incredibly fortunate that I have owned and still own all three cameras. But nobody needs three Canon R6 cameras. So it is time for me to get rid of two of these cameras. Of course, I'm going to be getting rid of the Canon R6, the original one, my baby, the one that started all of this, right? The Canon R6 was my first camera that I bought after a long time of saving up, and I thought that it was going to be the last camera that I ever bought, and that was far from the truth. It actually was a stepping stone into the entire Canon R ecosystem. Anyways, the Canon R6 Mark I want to talk about all of the Canon R6 cameras. And while I was packing them up and picking out boxes, I was thinking, I'm glad that I saved these boxes. For all of you that get ridiculed or criticized for saving your old boxes, these are the kind of times where saving your boxes is actually beneficial because I have all of the original packaging, even the packing material, the original straps in its original sealed container with everything, all the paperwork, everything, which is pretty cool because I am going to be getting rid of them, selling them. I'm trading up to the C50, which is, depending on when you're watching this, going to be coming out here very, very soon. So I need to thin the herd a little bit. Anyways, as I was packing these up, I was getting to thinking, like, I wonder if it would be beneficial for me to tell people who might be interested in this lineup, like if you're coming from the T7 or T5 world or T6 world, if you're interested in the original Canon R6, is it a good idea or should you skip a couple of generations and just go straight to the R6 III? Of course, people's budgets are going to be limiting them in their decisions, but for anybody that's coming from the T6 lineup or the Canon, I want to say like the Canon, some of the other Rebel series cameras, the Canon R6, the original one, this camera right here, is a fantastic upgrade. This is very much a photo first camera. It still, of course, is a fantastic hybrid, but this camera, the original R6, is mainly going to be for photography because the video features on it are very limited. Some of those limitations are, of course, we know the famous 30-minute record limit that a lot of cameras used to have, which is incredibly limiting, right? But another thing that I wanted to highlight is some of the 4K recordings. This only did 4K 60, which is still great. But the newer cameras now, the R6 II and the R6 III, have 6K 60, so they have more, different filming capabilities. But what's going to be really limiting you is that 30-minute record time. So originally the R6 that I bought, this one right here, I used it for photos all across the world. I took it everywhere with me, and this camera is fantastic just for pure photos. So if you're coming from a T6 or the Rebel series or any of those kind of, or even like the 5Ds or the 6Ds and stuff like that, this is a fantastic buy. Retail, I think you could probably get one retail for around $1,500 to $1,200, and then used. If you can buy this used for $1,200 or $1,000, this is a fantastic buy. One of the R6 as a whole has one of the best low light capabilities that I've ever seen. Now the tech in this one, I forget the original dates of its release date, but it is much older and it started to show its age a little bit. Nonetheless, it's still a fantastic camera if you are upgrading from the T series, the 6D series. This right here, the R6 Mark I, is a fantastic buy. If you're mainly going to be doing photos, it is very, very good. Now, moving on to the R6 Mark II. This is the camera that I've had for maybe about a year, maybe a little bit less than that. And when this one came out, the reason why I upgraded from the R6 to the R6 II is because they took away the 30-minute record limit. And my work was slowly over time evolving into more and more video. And I wanted this for professional video work as like a true hybrid camera. The megapixels went up from 20 to 24, so it was a brand new sensor. I think it's 24 or 23, I can't remember. They added a few other things to it, like they improved the screen, the autofocus, and several other things. The person that needs to upgrade to this one is basically if you have the original R6 to the R6 II, you can find this one used for about $1,500, brand new, I think $1,700 to $2,000. But if you can find this used for $2,000 in great condition, or $1,700, I should say, this is a must buy. It is absolutely incredible. 180, they improved the autofocus, the screen got better on it. They added dedicated photo and video, really making it a fantastic hybrid. So the person that I'm recommending this to is if you have the original R8, the R8, the R6 Mark II, they share the same sensor, except this is its big brother. So if you have the R8 and are looking for that next step up in total camera capabilities, shooting speeds, and just overall a better camera, the R6 Mark II is going to be the camera that you want. Again, this is for the person that's starting, that has the R8 and is ready to level up. This is going to get you 2 SD cards, the larger battery, the mechanical shutter, and a couple of other things that just make this camera a pro level camera. The R8 is fantastic, but this one has everything that that one is missing. Again, if you can find this one for $1,700 on the used market, this is a must buy if you're coming from that. Again, the difference between this one, the R6 Mark I, in price, let me actually check real quick for you. The original R6 is coming in used at $1,500. So if you can find the original R6 for around 12 to 15, 1,000, that's gotta buy it, gotta get it. The R6 Mark II prices are sitting around $1,700 to $1,900. Retail, I think, is about $2,000 to $22,000. Definitely check the used prices on these. Now, moving on to my latest camera, the addition of the R6 Mark III. Now, this one right here, this upgrade, if you're looking for an upgrade of the R6 Mark III, you're going to be in the R6 I category or the R6 II category. So if you have either of those two cameras, this right here, jumping up to the next generation, the R6 III, is still a fantastic buy. Why? Because they changed the sensor again. It isn't, in my experience in working with cameras for as long as I have now, which is about 6 years now, going from generation to generation, they don't often completely change the sensor on it. And the fact that they went for 3 generations changing the sensor out is really cool in my opinion. I'm not sure that every camera does that. They just add like spec bumps, but the fact that they added a completely new sensor and not only went from 20 to 24, this one goes all the way up to 32 megapixels. So this is a fantastic buy if you're coming from, of course, the R6 Mark I to the R6 III is a no-brainer. The R6 II to the R6 III was a little bit more of a difficult choice for me, but the reason why I made the choice was because, again, my work is slowly moving into more and more video work. They added a full-size HDMI port, which is extraordinary. They also added open gate, 7K open gate. They added a lot of 6K downsample to 4K video recording. The open gate, like I mentioned, is fantastic. This also takes the new battery. And the last thing, the reason that I made the decision for me, was that they added a CF Express Type B card. All of those things are incredibly good reasons for you to upgrade. Even if you have the R6 Mark II, jumping over to the R6 Mark III is a very good decision in my opinion. This camera just came out and it retails for about $2,800. I don't think that there's that many used ones, but you can expect the used price be about $200 less. I think that if you're coming into the Canon R ecosystem and have just had EF for the longest time, the R6 Mark III is the camera that you should buy if you can afford it. One of the things that I always tell people is buy the camera that you can afford. If you can't afford the R6 Mark III, but you can afford the R6 Mark II, don't overextend yourself or put yourself in financial debt, or don't mess up your home's finances to go for the better camera. All three of these cameras are exceptional. They're exceptional tools. They are professional tools, and I've made a living with every single one of these cameras. And the R6 Mark III is going to continue to make me more money into the future. The R6 Mark III also shoots in C-Log 2, which I have the R5 Mark II, which shoots in C-Log 2, and also I'm going to be picking up the C50. The C50 in reality is why I'm trading in the other Canon R6s, because one, I don't need to have 7 cameras. Three professional cameras are is what's going to be my work. The R6 Mark III, the R5 Mark II, and then the C50 is going to be my dedicated camera for pretty much everything. Everybody's workflow is incredibly different, right? So my needs over the course of my 6-year career has slowly been evolving into more and more video, but I still do photos from time to time. So having the R6 Mark II and the R6 Mark III, so having the R6 Mark III paired with the R5 Mark II is still going to get me the best combo that's available. Having the R6 Mark III for photos and video as hybrid, and also paired with the R5 Mark II, when I'm doing strictly photo and video work like weddings, or if I get some freelance gigs doing mostly photography, the R5 Mark II and the R6 Mark III are going to be my go-to. But then when I have to do higher production video recording projects, I'm going to be able to have the C50 plus the R6 Mark III that have the exact same sensor and similar recording capabilities. But I'll also have the R5 Mark II, all of them filming in C-Log 2, which is another great feature. So I think Canon has done a really nice job of every iteration of their next camera kind of goes with the either the higher camera, the higher end camera, or a much lower end camera. So the ecosystem is, it took like 8 years for it to be built out like this, but it finally made it. Now there's more affordable RF glasses from Sigma for the crop sensor cameras. So very, very soon, I do believe that RF is going to be opened up to full frame for Sigma. And that's just going to open up the floodgates to a lot more people getting into the RF ecosystem. So it's getting built out. I'm really happy with all of these cameras. And let me know if you do have any questions about them, or if you have any comments, or if you have any stories of your own about your R6 Mark II or the R6 Mark III. It's crazy to me because these R6s are dream cameras for a lot of you. For a lot of people, they've dreamt and uh, just really wanted and yearned for one of these R6 cameras. And the fact that I have 3 of them just kind of puts a lot of things into perspective. And I don't mean to pat myself on the back here, but just all of the hard work and all of the things that I've all of the work that I've put into to get to this point, that I'm literally staring at 3 different cameras right here that are beyond exceptional tools for generating an income or just being a hobby, right? Like, a lot of people long for these cameras. The R6 Mark I is a spectacular camera. I would buy it for about $1,200 to $1,300. $1,000 if you find one for 1,000, buy it. Buy it. That camera for 1,000 is spectacular. Make sure that you're buying it from somebody reputable, of course. The R6 Mark II, if you can find this for $1,500 to $1,700, that's a steal right there. That is a wonderful, wonderful deal. The R6 Mark III, of course, is still at $2,800 because it just came out. So, again, let me know your stories about your Canon R6 if you have one, or you're thinking about upgrade. Also, let me know if you have any direct questions, very specific questions like, hey, I have this camera. Is this a good purchase? That's what my YouTube channel is all about, is helping you guys make the right purchasing decision when it comes to these cameras, because I totally understand how expensive they are, and making the wrong decision not only wastes your time, but it also costs a lot of money. So If you're starting off with X camera, let me know if one of these is on your radar. And I'll tell you, I have experience with all of them. The R6 Mark III, I said to myself a long time ago that I'd probably never sell it, but it's getting to a point where I have so many other cameras that I can't keep track of. The R6 Mark I, literally, I haven't turned it on. Today was the first time I turned it on in about a year. Literally, about a year. So it's just sitting collecting dust. It's not getting any use. And I've done a lot of projects with these cameras. Regardless, if you're interested in the R5 Mark One and you want to get my thoughts on that, you're going to want to check out this video right here. Adios.